and the Carnival of the Animals. So the crew from the 14th film in competition at the 77th Cannes Festival. An American filmmaker, Sean Baker, born in 1971, presenting his film here after Tangerine. He was the director of Tangerine. And this is the story of ANORA, a young escort who falls in love, who marries a young Russian oligarch who lives in New York. They get married, but it's not going to be all that easy. It's a bit like Pretty Woman, but we're a long way from Pretty Woman. The pitch is similar, but even the beginning of the film makes you think about Pretty Woman in a more auteur type of way. But it's a bit like the Coen brothers at the second part of the film. And there are three parts to the film. Each time you expect to, you're getting used to seeing something, something new comes along. It's a film which is fascinating that we're going to be able to see in a few moments, with loads of different layers. But several different layers, lots of metaphors, lots of things with this film. In it you can see Mikey Madison, who plays the role of the escort. She's already been in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but she was in Scream 5. And it was when he saw her in Scream that he wanted her in his film. But there's another that we love called Yuri Borisov, a Russian actor you can see on the red carpet with his shaved head, who you might have seen in Compartment Number 6 that had the Grand Prix in Cannes, here an Finnish film. He's a star in Russia, and we'll try and explain why. He was in a film called Eleanor, but an auteur film, but he's best known for spectacles films, for adventure films. He plays in biopics, in war epics and sports films like Silver Skates, films like this. But the actress in green is Daria Mavusa, and she plays the mother of the young oligarch. And he gets married without warning his family with this escort, and it causes a scandal. And it plays around with all sorts of myths. You were talking about Cinderella. It's a sort of story of Cinderella, but it plays with the genre and everything that fascinates this young Russian. But behind this, there are all sorts of things, because the tragedy of this young escort girl is much more complicated. Society catches up with them. But it's fascinating because it talks about the difference between men and women, and redefining what masculinity is and what femininity is today. And it creates hilarious scenes, but not just. It is also a drama. It's a comedy, a love film, a film about American society, because Sean Baker is the filmmaker for the Left by the Wayside, on the relationships between two world powers, America and Russia. So Sean Baker, director of Tangerine, which had great success. It was presented in Sundance, the story of a young transsexual prostitute who, when she discovers, when she leaves prison, she finds out that her companion has been unfaithful. It's also Red Rocket, about a porn star coming back to his country. So these are interesting themes, whether it's prostitution, whether it's thinking about gender, whether it's sexual gender, and in the genre of film as well. It's very interesting in that it changes genre. So Fargo, of course, with the snow. So he's called the filmmaker of the margins. And it's interesting to see how the figure of prostitutes is the figure that runs through cinema. Very often there are two options. The first one is a prostitute who's suffering, the second one who is romantic and hides behind what she's doing. For Sean Baker, it picks this up by bringing it up to date, and it gives a very interesting point of view on how the characters are portrayed today. And there we are, going into the theatre. We'll leave you with these exclusive images from Telefestival, and we'll see you for Catherine Deneuve, Cléa Mastroianni, and a flood of stars on Telefestival for Christophe Honoré's film Macho le Mio. We'll see you later. Have a great afternoon.